we're live.
Good morning and welcome to the Pete Braley Show. This is show number 255. I'm Pete Braley along with my co-host, the executive producer, the show creator, and the all-around great guy. That's my son, Matt.
That's me. And I've just realized how tall that plant has got. Has it always been that tall? I feel like that thing's massive now.
That's a good question.
Or is somebody pulling a prank on us?
Let's go back in the archives.
Yeah. I might do that while you're, I don't know, jibber-jabbing, whatever it is you do on the show.
Yeah, whatever it is, yeah. Thank you for choosing us today. I haven't figured it out either.
Yeah.
Our goal is to simply start your day off on a positive note, so if you like what we do, please be sure to hit the like button, the thumbs up, and subscribe so that you don't miss any future shows. We are live on YouTube Friday mornings at 8 o'clock, and you can also find us wherever you go for your favorite podcasts. Coming up today, our main story is about baseball season starting next week. Braley's Bizarre But True is in search of a size 23 sneaker. Interesting story coming up. We'll draft famous Joes since Monday is National Joe Day. All right, so if your name is Joe, Monday's your day, and we're going to draft the most famous Joes. And we have another Foodie Friday, Feel Good Friday, a lot more coming up. Good morning, welcome to the show. It is Friday, what is it, March 24th. Just speeding through what has never been my favorite month. So I got to say, I'm just glad about that.
I think you're breaking records for how many times you've mentioned in the month of March that March is not your favorite month.
I don't know. It's a pretty common thing I do yearly.
And they say life is all about mindset. I'm not great at that either sometimes.
Okay.
But I feel like the whole March thing is definitely your fatal flaw when it comes to that.
So next time around, I should just
treat it like it's a good month.
Embrace it.
Yeah.
Huh?
Just be like, you know what? March isn't getting me this year. But we're already in March 24th, so just admit defeat this year. Just keep moving forward.
And this has been a mild March too. I mean, we haven't had
a mild March.
Mild March. Yeah, we haven't. I mean, we've had a couple of blustery days. March is famous for those windy, cold days.
Yes. I'm trying to think of something with wind that starts with M. April.
No snow.
I don't know. I was trying to add March to the April showers bring May flowers.
May flowers. Yeah.
March
blusteriness bring.
Oh, you're going to add something else. Okay. I was going to add it to that trifecta. So when you said blusteriness, completely threw me off. I was
April
like, that's
shower.
not even close to flowers.
I get you.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right.
Anyways, that's the show for today. Thank you for tuning in.
Join us for more as we rag on March next time. So anyway, welcome to March 24th. It is National Cocktail Day today, so have your favorite. It is National Cheesesteak Day. Can I have my beverage with a cheesesteak?
You could.
And it's also National Chocolate Covered Raisin Day, which I'm okay with, but he has no desire for raisins, right?
Nah, gross.
Yeah. On the Datebook, it was on this day in 1958 that Elvis Presley joined the Army. On this day in 1978, Paul McCartney and Wings released the song With a Little Luck.
Let's hear it.
With a little luck, we can, what is it? Lay it down. We can make the whole world. Okay, that's about all I know.
You got to do some better homework on these, man.
I guess. Everybody knows the hook, right? With a little luck. So, and it was on this day in 2005. I'm surprised you even showed up for the show today and aren't observing the holiday. The U.S. version of The Office, starring Steve Carell, premiered on NBC.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Could have been your national.
You know
Office
what? I'm out of here. I'm gonna go binge it today.
I gotta push all the buttons by myself. Celebrity birthdays today. Tommy Hilfiger is 72. Actress Kelly LeBrock is 63. Jim Parsons from The Big Bang Theory hits the big 50. Peyton Manning is 47. Actress Jessica Chastain is 46. And Damar Hamlin from the Buffalo Bills, he is 25 today. All right, so Diane's been in the chat since 6:15.
Yeah.
Which is
I wasn't even awake yet.
That was the time I hit my snooze alarm this morning.
Yeah.
The alarm went off at 6:15.
See, perfect example of me not just rashing on you. That's another thing that's my mental flaws, the snooze alarm.
Oh, yes.
So yours is March. Mine's every day.
Oh.
So
it goes on and on.
Hey, by the way, I looked it up. The plant's apparently always been that big. I don't know why. It just seems like it's towering over you.
It does seem bigger today.
I think it's just like strutting its stuff. It's just feeling itself today.
I guess.
Good posture.
springtime. Standing up straight.
I guess. Yeah. Let's see. Gail says, good morning, back in freezing Maryland. I know, Abby, it would probably be a warm here compared to Vermont, but I can't take much more of this cold.
Yeah, she was in Florida recently.
Yeah,
so
right.
Yeah,
true. So a little shock there going back to the cold.
So she's not liking March either today. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I mean that's one day.
Oh, okay.
I think everybody's entitled to a day here and there.
I've been the whole month.
You wake up March 1st and instead of rabbit, you're like, this shit is terrible. That's your go-to March saying.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's all I'm saying.
It's almost an exact quote.
Gail said plants do grow. That is true. That is.
I've read that.
But again, I looked back and it doesn't look that much taller than what it was.
Really?
I don't know.
It does feel taller.
Yeah. By the way, thank you, Sarah, for that plan.
Oh, that's right.
One more.
This one did not make the trip to Texas.
No. But also, I think it's because it became the Pete Braley Show property.
That's right.
I think she would have had to file a lawsuit or something because it was a gift. So ownership transferred. I took a business law class. I actually took 2 of them. You have to take 2, but you have to take 2 of them. I took 2 of them.
Okay.
So,
all right.
So try me is what I'm trying to get at. Let's see. Oh, Emily says everyone wish Gary a 30th birthday tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
She didn't even say happy. She just said a 30th birthday. Well, didn't say a happy 30th birthday.
He might not be happy about it.
Just a 30th. So, Gary.
Right. Here we go.
That's it. It's not supposed to be that happy, according to Emily.
Oh,
I'm kidding. Happy birthday, Gary.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Good times.
Come on. 30, the big 3-0. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see. What else? Everybody's wishing Gary a happy birthday. I love it.
Yep.
Diane says the expression is March comes in like a lion, goes out like a lamb.
Or the other way around. If it comes in like a lamb, it goes out like a lion. Meaning the weather's nice. And I think the weather was nice the beginning of March.
You people crack me up.
So look out on the 31st.
Your little sayings and traditions like that freaking...
what?
I was going to say gopher. I was going to say hedgehog. What is the thing?
Oh, groundhog.
There it is.
Yeah.
I was close with the G and then the hog.
Right.
But I couldn't put it all together.
Yep.
Like that might be the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
It's really just an excuse for people in central Pennsylvania to drink. I've always felt that way.
It just cracks me up.
Let's have a party, man.
Like there's no logical explanation, I don't think, right? Has a scientist ever backed it?
No.
So,
no. In fact, they've debunked it many times.
So it's like...
Plus,
I remember growing up, like, it's Groundhog Day. This is a big deal.
Yeah.
What's he going to say? How's that groundhog going to react?
And if you think about it, they pull him out of his burrow. They wake him up. Okay?
Ridiculous.
They pull him out of his burrow, and there are all these TV cameras there with lights.
Yeah.
So he's always going to see a shadow, isn't he?
Right. You get any creature. You get me at, I don't know what time they do this, but you get me at that time.
At sunrise, I think.
Pull me out of my bed in front of a bunch of cameras. I'm going to crawl back into bed. Doesn't matter.
The guy who does it, he always wears leather gloves.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because he's been bitten many times.
I would snap at him. Again, I really feel for this. I wanted to say gopher again. It's a groundhog.
Punxsutawney Phil.
Yes, Phil. All the power to Phil.
Are you done? Do you have more?
That sounded rude. I don't know why.
I didn't mean to be.
That just came across. Did anyone else feel that way?
I did not mean to be.
What do you have to say?
I just wanted to recognize our spring gnomes.
Go for it.
All right.
Yeah. The giant one that we had. I forgot how big this thing was.
That's our springtime gnome. And then this other one came from Diane.
Yeah. For some reason, like, I guess our gnome reproduced. That's its child.
Now, I was thinking before the show, we got 2 now and only 1 name. So...
Oh, that's true. Well, Jethro Jr. Or Jethra.
Jethra.
I don't know.
Okay.
I was going for like the Spanish thing, like the female version of Jethro. I don't know if that's a thing with names. Anyways, let's see here. Gail says March is not as bad as January. I really don't like January. Okay. I feel like January gets by only because it's the start of a new year. So I think you're running on that high.
Right. You're seeing people wishing them a happy new year for a couple of weeks.
Running on the manufactured high of it's a new year, even though like life just constantly keeps going.
It's just
but
the same
we
as
create
last week. Yeah.
Man-made time. It's great. It's a good thing.
That's always January. I was like, well, you still got the remnants of the holidays, and like you said, you're wishing people a happy new year. February, I thought it was a short month. Plus, there's always a school vacation and a long weekend in that month. Mm-hmm. And then March comes, and
I like how you didn't mention Valentine's Day, which is a good thing. Because it really depends on the relationship status on whether or not you like February.
I've never been a big fan. It's like, Your mother and I say we love you all the time. We don't need a day to do it, you know?
Aw, so you guys are so cute.
I had to dig myself out of a hole I was getting into.
Yeah, that makes sense. Trish, like, low-key loves Valentine's Day. She's never been able to celebrate it, like, hardcore because of you.
Did she tell you this?
No, I made that up. I made that up just to make you feel bad. By the way, Kat says, and thank you, Kat, for watering it. You're welcome. Thank you, Kat.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Thank you, Kat.
Yes.
All right, anyways, back to you.
All right. Our main story this morning is about the baseball season. Opening day for the Red Sox is next Thursday. I swear, it used to always open in April.
Now, don't everyone fall asleep because we're talking baseball, okay? I know. Not many people like baseball these days.
It's, yeah. Do you think it's the length of the games, or I don't know?
Yes, but I think it's I don't know. Other sports are exciting, so not that baseball's not exciting, but I think those other sports have kind of like created a mindset of what sports are meant to be, and so it kind of like moved farther away from baseball. People
could be.
I don't know. There's not like a big attractiveness to a baseball as a new fan.
And the 162 game season.
Yeah.
Is
too much.
Yeah.
But let's go for basketball. I think for baseball, that'd be a good season, like a solid 82. I think it's 82 for basketball.
82 games.
I think an 82 game season makes sense.
Yeah, could be.
I don't know. Because by the time literally, a team that starts out, this is why the beginning of the season is so frustrating. Who cares how a team's doing? Who cares?
Yeah, but it really doesn't matter.
You gotta let me know in, I don't know, July. I'll take a look in July and be like, all right, so these are how the teams are shaping up.
But there are cases where a team will start, they'll start out the season lousy, 14-game losing streak, whatever, and that'll come back to haunt you in the fall because your record is,
I guess.
All right, the Red Sox open at home against Baltimore, which I think is also odd because the past few years I can remember them opening on the road.
But I think that's probably why we're home.
Yeah.
I think they try and rotate it.
And it makes more sense for the northern teams to open in the south, right? Or out west.
Not with global warming, baby. Come on.
Yeah. Right.
This is going to be a summer day by the time the season rolls around.
So the Red Sox will open next Thursday at home against the Baltimore Orioles. I'm curious for this season. I'm curious to see how the pitch clock is going.
Right.
In spring training, it has taken about a half hour off the game. Instead of a 3-hour game or 3-hour plus, we're seeing games done in 2.5 hours.
Maybe we can make a thing, because do you remember the Red Sox spring training game that ended because of a pitch clock?
Yes.
Thing? Or the batter clock, actually, is what it was.
Yep.
Maybe, why can't we just do away with it in the ninth inning?
Good point.
Why don't they put me in these meetings?
I know.
So I can bring this up.
You should.
Yeah.
I read a piece this morning that said there was a clause about bat boys and bat girls in the new rule. It said that the MLB is going to monitor, quote, the performance of bat boys and girls throughout the season. The league might ask for a bat boy or girl to be replaced if they're contributing to game delays.
Jeez.
Now, can you imagine the PR nightmare?
Yeah.
When they fire the first bat boy or bat girl because they're not fast enough. Twitter's just going to blow up.
Yeah, I will say the good news is in the MLB, it's a full-time job. So, you're not going to have a 12-year-old that gets canned,
Okay, all right.
Because that would be a nightmare. This girl's crying because she lost her job because how do you say his name?
Rob Manfred.
Manfred, yeah. He was like, nah, she's gone.
I did read somewhere that Alex Cora, at the beginning of spring training, I read, said that something about the Red Sox were thinking of taking their bat boy on the road with them.
I thought that was a thing in the MLB. That's not a thing? Oh.
No. The home team supplies the bat boys. They just put them in a different uniform.
I mean, yeah, because you could probably get some scheming going on.
Plus,
the home team gives the crappy bat boy to the away team, taking time.
Maybe.
I don't know.
But I mean, if you bring the bat boy on the road with you, which, God, wouldn't that be every kid's dream to have that job?
Yeah, but again, I don't think. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think an MLB bat boy is a full-time job. I think it's like a grown man, grown woman that's doing this job.
No, they have teens.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I'm looking this up.
Okay,
because it's a serious job. You ain't just fetching bats out here, Peter. You're washing their underpants. No, I'm kidding. No, I think that's somebody else. I think that's somebody else's job.
Yeah.
But no, there's a lot of the equipment and stuff. You're a heavy-duty job there.
And the umpire always, the umpires look over and say, I need 4 balls.
Yeah.
So you're running out.
You got to bring them water.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
Don't be downplaying this.
I still don't understand the need for the bigger bases and how they're calling them the
injuries
pizza box bases.
Is what they're claiming, I think.
It'll cut down on injuries.
That's what they say.
All right. Yeah, they made the bases bigger.
It's not going to shorten the game, I'll tell you that. It's going to save milliseconds because you won't have to step as far.
Aren't they also saying it's going to encourage more stolen bases? Because they're cutting off 4 inches. I mean, we're adding 4 inches.
Yeah, it's more area that the defense will have to cover.
Okay,
like you'll be able to slide in and get a little bit of an advantage with a bigger base.
Yeah, I guess
I thought it was injuries, like I don't know, stepping on people, whatever. But yeah, apparently it looks like a pizza box.
Also, there are new rules this year regarding the shift, meaning that they have to keep 2 infielders on the left side and 2 infielders on the right side, and they have to stay on the dirt.
Okay.
I was never a fan of the shift, but I know didn't you say, or I have friends that have said, if they put the shift on you, you're professional. Learn to hit the other way.
Right.
And for some reason they can't.
Yeah.
So.
Or like people have, bunt the other way. Like there's been ways around it. Mm-hmm. But apparently teams are finding ways around this already. I haven't watched any spring training.
I haven't either.
In my 20, how old am I? 24 years of live. In my 24 years of live, I'm really killing it. I'm killing it this morning. The Gophers in the 24 years of live. I don't think I've ever watched a spring training game. So, and I don't really plan on changing that.
And it's hard to watch the whole spring training game because, especially in the beginning of the spring, your star players play 1 inning.
Yeah, well, my thing
maybe
is
2. They stretch it out.
My thing is too. There's been years where the Red Sox were like undefeated, and I mean that's a lie, but like they do really good, and then they do really bad in the season. So.
They've done really good this year.
Yeah, but then I do follow on Instagram a little bit, and like I'll scroll and I'll see that the Red Sox lost 12-0, and I'm like, what sorry soul is sitting there for 9 innings of that game?
Yeah.
Crazy.
And they have like 3 or 4 pitchers that come out, so it's not really, they're not really focused on the win.
Right.
So anyway, I seriously have no idea how the Red Sox are going to do this year after not doing much during the offseason. I'll stay with my prediction from last week, maybe a 3rd place finish.
Now, I'm going to say the Red Sox are going to win because that's what I do. They're going to win the World Series this year. They're going to shock the world is what they're going to do. By the way, Diane said maybe there's just a higher number of elderly baseball players. I need everything in large print nowadays. So
large bases.
You can relate, yeah.
Yeah, I do.
In order to steal second, you got to be able to see it, so make it a little bit bigger.
This is a size 18 font, by the way.
Yeah, a little behind the scenes. In order to make my script for the show, I go and copy and paste his script into another document.
Then you shrink it.
Mine, and his is like 20-something, 30-something font. I make mine size 10. And honestly, I could go to I've gone to 8 or 9 before.
Really?
I need to fit more stuff. Yeah.
No, I can't do that. No. True confessions, I actually get a pair of readers this week. I not just picked up at CB. Of course, I couldn't do it that way. They're like, oh no, with your eyes, you have astigmatism. You need. So I had to pay. Thank God for insurance.
Yeah,
but I have readers now. So
right.
I don't need them for the show yet. But
hold on, Justice said baseball needs to go full Nickelodeon. Teams can use a wild card each round, make them random and wacky, like Monopoly cards. Go back 1 base, take 3 bases, get slimed, rock paper scissors battle.
Oh,
Pete wouldn't do well. Your team would lose every time.
I don't do well.
I hope it would never come to like a walk-off rock paper scissors win because you're never getting one of those.
What do you think my problem is with that? Do I overthink it?
Maybe you don't think enough.
Oh,
maybe you don't think enough.
Maybe
I think you focus too much on the style because you go for like funky rock formations.
Funky rock, yeah.
Yeah, I think you stand in the mirror with the style too much, working on that as opposed to the mind games that is rock paper scissors.
If you're new to the show, welcome. Glad you found us. But we used to play rock paper scissors for a feature every week, and I would lose. So we gave up that. We now take turns in that feature.
Yeah. Justin says maybe make home ground challenges. Like at the Marlins Stadium, for every consecutive out, I go into a dunk tank. Only way to capture the youth at this point.
Do you follow the Savannah Bananas?
Yes.
Online?
Yeah.
This is like the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball.
Right.
And I saw a TikTok this week from a guy that used to play third base for the Bananas. And he said there are 9 rules for every game. Number 1 is, what was it? There's a 2-hour limit.
On the game?
Yeah. They got to be done in 2 hours or they stop it.
That's kind of like Little League, but...
Yep. 2-hour game.
Honestly, if that was the time limit, you probably see players moving in the MLB.
Players can steal first base at any time. So you're up to bat, and you suddenly decide, I want to steal the base. So you can sprint to first base. And
I don't hate that.
Yeah?
I mean, think about it. If the pitcher has the ball, you really got to not be paying attention in order to... I don't mind that rule.
What was I can't remember all 9, but some of them were just...
Number 9 has to be have fun.
Probably.
I would think.
But yeah, pitcher, you can steal first base at any time. What was the other? I don't know. Maybe I'll think of the others later, or I'll look them up. So
I don't know. I mean, yeah, maybe the time will help. I don't think it's going to be this like very, I don't know, huge
a monumental change
that's going to attract so many people.
Yeah.
But then again, I mean, it's tough because the more you change, the more dedicated fans you might lose.
That's been one of the biggest complaints is that, well, tradition. It's like, but I was talking about this with a friend. Every other sport has changed. Football's always changing the rules. Basketball never had a 3-point play before. Back in, I was going to say Larry Bird was a good 3-point shooter, but before Bird, like maybe like a Jerry West or something for the Lakers, they never had 3-point plays.
Like they didn't have a 3-point line?
There was no 3-point line.
Oh.
No. So you had
interesting. Nowadays, people complain that there's too much shooting. Mm-hmm. They might take away the 3-point line.
So every sport, hockey's had some changes. Every sport has had changes, but baseball's always tradition. So, yeah, but
it's a slow and meticulous sport.
It is,
and that's tough. One thing I will say, because you see, it's a problem with youth that more kids are playing lacrosse.
Yes,
but I'm surprised that we haven't seen a bigger market for professional lacrosse televised. Like it is televised.
It is.
But like it's not a big sport.
No, it's not.
Which kind of surprises me. And is that a good sign for baseball? I don't know.
One other thing about baseball before we move on, we do have the Stumpah coming up next.
All the non-baseball fans have left at this point.
They've all left. Yeah. They're like,
we got one person left in here, and it's probably Trish.
My name's not Trish.
Just kidding. She's working.
One thing I read was, and I read it on Twitter, so it has to be true, right? But they were saying that baseball, they want to attract more kids, and they want to get more people to watch baseball. However, baseball has a deal with Apple TV, where Apple TV will run Friday night games.
Okay.
But you have to pay for Apple TV.
Yeah.
And every team, evidently the Red Sox are going to have a Friday night game on Apple TV. And if you don't have Apple TV, you can't watch it. Yeah. So it's like, how are you attracting more viewers if you're making it more difficult for us to view it?
I mean, that's like the MLS. And I mean, Justin can probably write paragraphs about how stupid this is. The MLS is now only on Apple Plus this year. And the MLS is kind of like, I mean, I don't want to be, I don't know if this is wrong to say, but it's kind of like the joke of all the soccer leagues in the world.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Like it's where the good soccer players go when they're about to retire. So I think that like kind of sets the tone for what the MLS
Anybody who's really good goes overseas, right?
Well, I mean, that's like where their prime is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's true. When they're good, if they're from the U.S., when they're good, they go overseas. But like, when they're not that good, they most moved to the MLS. But there's been this big, like, they need to make it bigger. And this year they put it on Apple Plus, and it's like Apple TV Plus. And it's like, well, how are more people going to watch if they don't have it?
And they're not going to want to pay for it, right?
Yeah.
So
anyway. Gary says the USA soccer games are now on HBO Max most of the time too. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't. There's this big thing that the people want the US to be bigger on soccer, but they're not really helping
making it easy.
Yeah, Ted Lasso is doing the most, and that's also on Apple TV Plus.
That's right.
I mean, anyways.
Anyway, that's our main story. Go Red Sox! All right. It is time for this week's Stumpah, and our question for you this morning is: 6 in 10 Americans never or almost never do this with their smartphones. What is it? 6 in 10 Americans never or almost never do this with their smartphones. What is it?
And I will say this in regards to the standings.
Yes.
A winner can be crowned today.
Okay.
Gail needs to win in order to keep this going another week. It's supposed to end next week.
Yes.
If Gail wins this week, we can go to next week. Gail has a chance to tie. But if Gail does not, no pressure, Gail.
No.
No pressure.
No pressure at all.
But if Gail doesn't win, there might be a champion up in Vermont.
Whoa.
So if anybody besides, Abby doesn't even need to win today.
Okay.
Abby just needs Gail to lose,
Just sit back.
which is it's blunt, but
It's true.
this is the Stumpah. We
That's
don't
the
mess
reality.
around.
Right. Right.
This is serious stuff.
Let us know your answer in the chat. And don't forget, you can follow our socials during the week. We are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. Charlie's with us, by the way.
Yeah, he's yelling downstairs.
Yeah,
He
Charlie's
wants to be a part of this.
Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, please, if you have not done so yet. It really helps us out. You can email us during the week at the Pete Braley Show at gmail.com. Or if you have a comment about the show or you want to debate something we said or whatever, the popularity of baseball and such.
The MLS.
You can always reach us on our voicemail during the week at 774-473-9910. All right, back to our Stumpah today. 6 in 10 Americans never or almost never do this with their smartphones. What is it? All right, what do you got?
Gary says, turn it off.
No.
That's a good guess, though.
Yeah.
I don't know the last time I turned it off manually. Last night I was just on my phone. I had half battery, like a half full battery.
Yeah.
Or half empty. But I said half full. That's a better outlook.
It is.
It is.
It is.
My phone just shut off. I was like, what is this?
Weird.
But then again, I thought of it. He's probably tired. Yeah, I haven't turned him off in a long time. So
I shut it off during church.
that's probably a good reset then.
I used to just mute it,
yeah.
but what? Did I tell the story? One time I went to a funeral, and I swear I muted my phone on the way in.
Oh, Peter.
Yeah. I turned the sound off, put it in my pocket. And during the prayer of all times, during a funeral, during the prayer, I hear a phone going off, and I'm like, somebody didn't mute their phone. What's? Then all of a sudden I realized it's
You
going.
didn't.
Somehow my phone was ringing.
The only thing I'll say that makes this, I was gonna say okay, it's not okay at
No.
all, but like not terrible, is you don't have like a cringy ringtone.
True.
You just have a pretty generic ringtone.
True. Yeah.
Like if your phone went off at a funeral and it was like, I don't even know.
I like big butts and I don't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
something
even
like
think
that.
that's how the song goes, but good job.
I tried.
Yeah, you did. But that's a good example.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. Anyway,
Back to the stuff.
you have not told that story.
You haven't heard that?
I know
No?
your phone has gone off in church before, but a funeral, dude?
Funeral. Yeah. Yeah.
Man, I forgot we were doing the Stumpah. Where are we?
6 in 10 Americans never or almost never do this with their smartphones. What is it?
Gary says reboot it.
No.
Not it. Gary says put it on silent.
No.
No. Diane says look up telephone numbers.
No.
Justin says put it down. Put it down.
Put it down. Never put it down.
Yeah. Let's see. Emily says swipe it.
No. No.
Justin says clean it. Oh,
Clean it.
Emily meant wipe it.
Wipe it.
That's good.
Okay.
And if
Yep.
phones are gross. There's been studies that like
Yeah.
it's more gross than a toilet.
It's,
Clean it.
often.
Do it. Probably do it now while you're thinking of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Justin, did I miss one? Oh, Justin said clean it.
Clean it.
Incorrect. Emily says leave it at home.
No.
That's a good guess. Diane says use their map navigator.
No. No.
We can start a debate right now. Who's a Apple Maps and who's a Google Maps person?
I'm a Google.
I was an Apple. Switched to Google because at one point Google is more accurate. Although
Okay.
I think they're probably even now.
All right.
But yeah, but I'm still Google because out of habit.
What's that one our friend uses? Waze?
Yeah, that's another common one.
Is it a good
Yeah.
one? All
Everybody on TikTok uses that for some reason. I forgot what clip we posted, but everyone started mentioning that. Oh, the top 5 apps. Someone
Oh,
said that.
okay. And they mentioned Waze?
I never used that one.
Yeah.
That one like tells you where like
Accidents are?
yeah, but also like speed traps and stuff like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I guess.
Yeah.
Anyways, where did we leave off? Gary says set their phone up as new.
No.
Oh, like reset it? No.
Back to the factory setting, yeah.
If I gave you an answer and somebody guesses reset, it's incorrect anyways.
Okay.
Gary says make an actual phone call. Good guess.
No.
Not it. Abby says, I'll come down and claim my prize tonight is what she said. Diane says no pressure, Gail. Justin says reset it.
Reset it? No.
Incorrect. Gail says use the alarm.
No.
That's literally my lifeline is
Yeah.
the alarm. Justin said, open the Stocks app.
No.
That is a great guess.
I don't think I've ever done that.
No, I don't think so.
No.
I wonder if even like people that buy stocks use that stock app. Probably not. Probably got
not.
some like
Yeah.
That's the app. Does everyone have a folder? Actually, you don't even have to do this anymore because on iPhones you can delete apps and it still stays in the library. But before they had that library thing,
right.
you always made a folder of like extras is what I would call it, and basically it just meant is where apps go to die.
Yeah.
Is where it is. Yeah.
Calculator.
It's the
goes
folder
there.
I never open.
Yeah.
Is what that.
Yeah.
Did you say the calculator?
No, it doesn't go in extras.
You never have to use the calculator?
No, it's true. I do. I use
Okay.
it often. So
Just
you're
checking.
right. Yeah.
I didn't know you were this math god that never used the calculator.
Oh no way. No, not even close.
Anyways.
Yes.
Gail says silence it, no.
No.
Justin says paint it. Okay.
Paint it. No.
6 in 10. You think 6 in 10 people are painting their phones, Justin? That's.
Okay.
I don't often call a guess bad, but that's a bad guess. I'm gonna say it right now. It's okay. Just because it's Justin, I'm gonna say that. Gail says look at directions for how to use it.
No, that's not it. No.
Have you done that? No, because you just yell at me to help you.
No, I just I always see iPhone hacks on TikTok, but I never ask how to use
I
it.
don't know why. It still gets me every time you mention something like that about TikTok.
Why?
I don't know. It's just funny to me.
That I'm on TikTok?
Yeah, not in like why is this guy on TikTok?
Old guy on
It just
TikTok.
catches me off guard. Even though I know that you're on TikTok, I see you on TikTok. Just hearing you say that you saw something on TikTok for me, it's just it's a weird thing.
Sorry.
No, there's no need to be sorry.
Okay.
But I just wanted to inform you that happens.
That is weird.
Let's see. There's so much conversation going. I'm losing my place every time. Abby says delete all folders that are from an app.
No. Delete all folders?
That are from an app. I'm not sure I understand that one. Is that an Android thing? It might be an Android thing.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Diane says, figure out how to use the damn thing. Zachary always tells me, Mom, you don't need a smartphone. You don't need a smartphone because you're not that smart. I don't know if that was a guess, but incorrect. Gail says, use screen protector.
No.
That's a pretty good guess. Although
Yeah.
I think it'd be reverse. I think 6 in 10 would use a screen protector. I had to
think
reread
so.
the question.
Yeah.
Gary says, take it out of their case.
No.
No. I mean, that'd be like 9 in 10. You always got that one person that goes without a case. They're rich, obviously.
I did that
That's what it
for, I got a new phone, but my case wasn't going to
Right.
be in for a week or two.
Yeah.
Oh, I was so careful with that phone. For
Trish
the
was
week.
debating like not letting you have it. She was like, I think we'll just give him a pad of paper.
She
for a
knows
bit."
me well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Gail says, drop it.
No.
Abby says, not use a case. No. Diane says, 6 out of 10 people voluntarily leave their phone at home when they go out.
Voluntarily? No, that's
No.
not it.
But
No.
also just a safety thing nowadays. You probably shouldn't do that. I mean, that's great, like mentally probably to leave it at
Right.
home. But just safety wise, you should probably bring it just in case somebody needs to reach it.
Yep.
Here we go. This is a great guess. Abby says, clean the cache, I believe it's pronounced.
Not the cachet.
Cache?
Right?
Could be
It looks
cache.
like cachet, but I believe you're right. It's cache.
I think it should be called cache.
Yeah, I like it.
I think it's better.
I like it.
But the cache,
Right.
I don't think, like, I see that it's there. Sometimes maybe clear it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't fully understand what it is.
Yeah.
And like I'm good with technology.
You are?
I think it just stores like
URL.
data. I
Yeah.
think that's a safe guess
Okay.
to maybe be correct.
I think
I'm
so.
gonna say.
I think so.
I'm gonna act like that. I know that that's what it does.
But Abby's guess is incorrect.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. This is a great great conversations are coming up from this. Diane says never throw it off a bridge when they're frustrated. Don't do that.
No.
They're expensive.
By the way, I have a story coming up about the places people have dropped their phones.
Oh yeah, that's right. All right, I'm gonna rapid fire some. We gotta get through this. Justin says trade it in.
No.
Justin says get rid of it.
No.
Diane says drop it in the toilet because it's your back pocket. Because
No.
it's in your back pocket. No, not it. Gary says go back to a flip phone.
No.
We should talk about that. That
That would be so cool.
that excites me a little bit.
Yeah.
Just to see if I could do it.
Yeah.
Justin says Apple Maps. Oh, we're talking about blah blah blah.
Which
Abby
map
says
to
delete
use?
popular or not have the popular apps.
No.
Not have the popular apps.
Oh.
What do you mean by that, Abby?
Oh.
Incorrect. Abby says delete old pictures.
Delete old pictures is right.
And a winner has been crowned. Congrats,
Dun,
Abby.
dun.
She is the Stumpah champ for this round.
She can claim her merch.
She didn't want to put any other person up to that. Like, she didn't want to win because of anybody else. She was like, I'm going to do this myself.
6 in 10 Americans never or almost never delete photos from their phone. For nearly half of us, photos take up the majority of our digital storage. So
I struggle greatly with that, deleting photos.
do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, you know what I should do? I should go through and save them to like a hard drive.
Okay.
But just think of how much work that is. Like, we're talking like and you may not think that's a lot. That's like a day. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like a 12 hours of work.
Saving
It's
each
a
one?
process.
Oh, yeah.
Like going through each photo, deciding if you want to keep it. And I mean, if you're going to put it on a hard drive, you should probably organize them. Like, that's,
Right.
I'm not even kidding. Like, that's a
The only-
day's worth of work.
I do delete photos. In fact, I think I deleted some yesterday, but the time when I most will do it is when I'm bored. If I'm on a plane, you know, and you're supposed to be
Yeah, Sarah
you can
said
be
that.
in airplane mode, but
Sarah
you know,
said the plane is the best place to go through
yeah,
photos.
I go back to the very beginning.
Right.
The first photo, I'm like, do I still want that? Yeah, okay.
But I struggle with like,
You're afraid you'll delete something and then need it later.
yeah, but not necessarily need it like as a picture. I don't know if you would necessarily, but like just, you know, maybe I would want to keep this to look back at this.
Right.
But then again, I'm also the person that probably keeps like 3 different versions of the same picture,
Yeah, right.
which is a
You only-
problem.
You only need one.
Yeah.
Yep. So.
But I mean, it's like a scrapbook. We ain't scrapbooking nowadays.
No, we're
Got our
not.
phones. But the problem is, you got to pay extra for more storage if you want to keep all those photos. Yeah. They know. It's
I got you.
Anyways, congrats, Abby.
Congratulations, Abby. Time for Braley's Bizarre But True. This is bizarre stories that are evidently true. And this one I think some parents can relate to. Kids grow up so fast, and most parents know they grow out of their shoes very quickly. If you feel like you're constantly buying your kid new sneakers, imagine having a 14-year-old with size 23 feet. That's the conundrum, which, by the way, is a word I absolutely love using.
Great word, yeah.
That's the conundrum that Rebecca Kilburn of Michigan is dealing with. Her son, Eric Jr., is 6'10". He's 14, and he's still growing. He was able to wear size 22 Nikes for a while, but he's outgrown them, and now he needs a size 23, but she can't find them anywhere. Meanwhile, Eric Jr. has undergone painful procedures to fix ingrown toenails that occurred because he wore undersized shoes. And he actually injured his ankle recently playing football because he couldn't find cleats in his size. So he's playing football with sneakers, and of course he's sliding on the grass.
Right.
Rebecca says she has spoken with a Nike rep who told her that a size 22 that was made for a pro athlete was the highest they went. He said they don't make a size 23. In fact, they told Rebecca that Nike would probably only make a size 23 if a pro athlete actually requested it. Eric Jr. dreams of playing pro football one day, but for now, he's only 14 and he needs a pair of sneakers. There is a follow-up to this. I read this story early in the week after a local reporter published the piece about Eric's plight early this week. Somebody stepped forward. The family was inundated with people wanting to help out. Under Armour and Puma will be creating custom shoes with cleats for Eric Jr., while Cat Footwear wants to send him a pair of boots, size 23. A GoFundMe page has raised more than $18,000. According to the fundraising page, the Kilburns plan to use the money toward future footwear and specialized sports equipment for Eric Jr.
That's crazy. And speaking as a former footwear specialist.
Oh, yes.
Specialist? Salesman. We'll just go with salesman.
I was impressed.
Yeah. The biggest we would carry is a 14, occasionally a 15.
Okay. Yep.
So I can't imagine the hassle of trying to find a 23. I mean, they found a 23, and now he needs a 24, right? Is that what it was?
Well, he had a 22. He needs a 23.
Oh, okay.
And now
But he's still growing.
Under Armour and Puma stuff. Yeah.
But he's still growing.
He's still growing.
Guy's going to be in a size 37 by the time he's 12. No, I'm just kidding. He's already 14, but
Yeah.
that's crazy. But shout out that he's getting the help. I can't imagine wearing shoes this small. I mean, he doesn't have a choice.
I know. But, man, that must hurt.
Yeah.
Yes.
But good. Let's get him some shoes that fit.
All right.
I love it.
Hey, let's move ahead to this week's draft, okay? Monday is National Joe Day. So we thought we would draft the famous Joes. All right.
I'm always curious what you have for your list.
Oh, really?
Well, because we don't talk about it all.
No,
I don't see yours, which is good. You don't see mine.
Right.
But I think we both do extensive research, except for the one week you forgot and realized it on the ride here. But other than that, we do extensive research.
Yeah, because it was funny when I sat down to put together my list, and this draft was my idea.
Yeah.
And he agreed. You know, I was running by him. He's like, yeah, either that's stupid or no, that won't work.
Yeah.
We decided to go for the Joe idea, but when I actually sat down to make the list, I came up with, I think, 2, maybe 3.
Yeah.
Before I had to go to Google.
I had a tough time coming up with Joe's off the top of my head. But then once you start doing research, you're like, that's
yeah,
right.
Forgot about him.
Right.
So, all right. So, I go first?
Yes, correct.
Okay. This was the feature we used to do rock, paper, scissors, but I kept losing. Mm-hmm. So now we take turns. All right. So the first one that came to mind for me was Joe DiMaggio.
Okay.
The baseball player. Yeah, he played for the Yankees.
He made my list.
Okay, so I'll go
I don't know if I would have gone number 1 pick.
Number 1?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I always try and rank my list. Like, for instance, I have 14. I try and rank them so that when I'm doing this, I can see who are my top picks. And
I
stuff
should
like
do that because a lot of times I just make a list and I'm jumping around.
Right. Right.
All right, who do you have number 1?
I always like my fun picks because I think it catches you off guard.
Okay.
And this is what I'm curious, how much, I don't know if your research made this cross your path.
Who's that?
My number 1 pick is coffee.
Cough. Oh, Cup of Joe.
Cup of Joe.
That did not make my list.
Cup of Joe. Yeah. We're drafting Joes. So coffee's my number 1 pick.
Okay. You may have to think on that one. There's a bunch of football guys. There's a bunch of football Joes. I realized as I put this list together.
I think I need to start consulting Justin, but that wouldn't be fair. Justin has great picks. That's
does he?
Yeah.
All right.
Do you want me to? I feel like it'd be unfair for me. I've taken one of Justin's picks.
Okay.
Do you want to know Justin's picks?
Well, since you know them and I don't.
That's true.
Yeah.
Justin, Trader Joe is one for Trader Joe's. Average Joe.
Average Joe
is a solid one.
Yeah.
Mojo Jojo, which I think is from. Is that from? At least this is mine. Wasn't Madagascar 2 the big hippo? The guy hippo. Wasn't he Mojo Jojo?
I think you're right.
Justin, am I right?
Mojo Jojo.
Or is there another Mojo Jojo?
I can't try. I'm going to spit my coffee. Mojo Jojo.
Gail said Joe Schmo. Yeah.
Yeah, Joe Schmo.
These are all so great. Yeah.
They're not actual Joes, but
coffee isn't either, but I've drafted coffee. All of those would work for me. You got to be creative. You can't just go.
Yeah, all right.
I have actual Joes as well that I'll pick. Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, my number 2 is Joe Montana.
Okay, yeah. He was high up on my list.
Yeah.
This is tough. So many to pick here. So many to pick.
Mojo Jojo's.
Mojo Jojo. Hey. Strictly for. I might name my kid Mojo Jojo. I'm gonna be honest. Like, that's just fun to say. Are you kidding me? Justin said Mojo Jojo is from Powerpuff Girls. Now I'm curious. What was the Madagascar 2 Joe's name?
You gonna look it up?
Now I'm curious. Yeah. I'll do it during one of your picks.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with G.I. Joe.
I never considered him on my list.
You gotta prepare better there, man.
I am going to be interested to see the scoring as to who had the better draft. Let's see. I'll stay on football and go with Joe Namath as my third pick.
Yep.
All right, Joe Namath.
Oh, it's Moto. Oh. Not as good as Mojo Jojo. No. But I was right there. I was right there with the sound.
I don't know why that's breaking me up.
Mojo Jojo. Mojo. I even had the syllables. You see where the confusion came in.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do. I understand it completely.
Okay. Back on track here. Let's get back on track.
You are at number 3, correct?
So many Joes, man. I'm gonna go with Joey Tribbiani from Friends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I just really like Friends.
Yeah. There's quite a few Joeys, too. Joey Fatone came up on my list. I
have him on my list.
Yeah.
Also, Joey Gladstone from Full House.
All right. Joey Gladstone.
Yeah.
See, now this one, people are going to have opinions on this guy. You know, it's probably going to show up in the chat. But I mean, he's well known.
Yeah,
and that's Joe Biden.
Yeah, he was. I was going to pick him too.
Yeah, I got to go with Joe
He
Biden.
made my list. I mean, he's the president of the United States.
Yeah, I
so
mean,
it doesn't get more famous than that.
Right.
Whether you like him or you hate him, you know who he is.
You know who he is,
exactly.
right? All right, so
that's a good pick.
That's
good
my
pick.
fourth. Yeah.
So many. My goodness. I mean, sort of on the same line. Been in the news a lot. You know, not a lot of people. You love him or you hate him, kind of thing.
I think I know.
Joe Rogan.
He's on my list.
He has the biggest podcast in the world, so Joe Rogan makes my list.
How do we get that many viewers? Can you tell your friends? I don't know. He's just.
Well, you probably do something else besides drafting Joes. You probably do something else besides talking about Mojo Jojo. But
that's true. I bet he's not doing Mojo Jojo.
I don't. If I had to guess, Joe Rogan probably hasn't said the phrase Mojo Jojo ever in his life.
No, probably not.
Yeah.
I got one left, and I have one left, and I have a list of like 8 here. I'll go with. He just keeps coming to mind a lot. He's not as famous as a lot of these Joes, but Joe Jonas.
I'm not even. I was considering picking him at the end. Yeah.
All right, so I'll go with Joe Jonas as my number 5.
I mean, people can hate all they want. The Joe Bros took over the world in the beginning, and they're still taking them over now.
That's right.
So,
that's right.
Wow, a lot of Joes left on the board.
I can't wait to hear your honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Joe Pesci.
Okay,
I feel like that's a solid pick.
Yeah, I had him on the list. Yeah.
I feel like I had to step away from funny picks and like get like a solid one.
That's a solid 5.
I feel like that was a steal at 5. Joe Pesci.
Let's see. I also had Joe Louis, the boxer.
Yep.
Joe Frazier, the boxer. Joe Walsh of the Eagles. Joe Perry of Aerosmith. Singer Joe Cocker, and another football guy, Joe Flacco.
Not in a million years would I pick Joe Flacco. I'm going to be honest. I saw him on somebody's list.
Yes.
And I was like, yeah, if I can only pick 5, Joe Flacco would probably be at like 32. No offense to Joe Flacco, but like, it's Joe Flacco.
It's Joe Flacco.
I had Joe Keery from Stranger Things. He plays Steve.
All right. Okay.
Mean Joe Green.
Oh, how could I forget him?
I should have picked him, honestly. Joey Fatone, you already mentioned him. Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yes,
Just
the
famous
actor.
actor.
Yep.
Yeah, those were my honorable mentions.
All right. So, you run down the
sorry.
the 2 drafts there?
My mind just kept going to Mojo Jojo. Let's see. All right, so Pete's team is Joe DiMaggio, Joe Montana, Joe Namath. Very sports-heavy list. Joe Biden and Joe Jonas. Joe Biden was a steal at 4, I'm going to be honest. I was considering him at 1. He's the president.
Yeah.
I'm kind of mad at myself. I waited way too long. My list is Coffee, G.I. Joe, Joey Tribbiani, Joe Rogan, and Joe Pesci. The beginning of the team is very different from the end. I'll say that.
Yes.
We have a very, very interesting team, I think.
All right, so let us know who you think had the better draft, all right? All right. I have that story about how Americans are dropping we can't hold on to our phones. I'll get to that. How about we do Foodie Friday first?
Sounds good.
All right. Foodie Friday, where this week, once again, we visit a local place in New Bedford. Time once again for Foodie Friday, and this week we are trying the ultimate shake from the Green Bean in downtown New Bedford. This was recommended by our consultant, Justin.
Yes.
Yep.
The actual owner of Foodie Friday. He owns this segment.
That's
so
right.
when he suggests something, it's like we don't really have a choice but to do it. But don't tell him he has that much power.
I don't think we've been disappointed with any of his suggestions.
No, I don't think. Not yet.
No.
Not yet, at least.
So anyway, he suggested we try this. Green Bean is at the corner of Union and I think it's Purchase in New Bedford.
Okay.
And nice little coffee shop. I walked in and picked up these ultimate shakes. Now, what is in this?
It is a double shot espresso, coffee ice cream, coffee syrup, whole milk, and ice. So we ain't sleeping tonight.
You got it.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, because I guess coffee syrup it's a New England thing, or
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. So If you don't know what coffee syrup is, we make coffee milk out of it, which is it's sweet. It's a bit of a coffee ice cream.
Coffee tastes like coffee.
Tastes like coffee,
but it's like really sweet coffee.
What am I doing here? I can't open my straw. This is like the markers every time we do the drawing game. Hey, the fine motor skills
You good?
aren't fine anymore.
Y'all set?
Yes, I'm all set.
Okay, good. I'm excited about this.
Looks
I made
good.
sure. I made sure because I'm a 2 coffee max person. That's me. I'll never go over 2 coffees. I only had 1 coffee today. This is my second. I mean, this sounds loaded. So this might technically go over my 2 coffee limit.
This will be my 3rd, so I ain't sleeping this weekend.
Pita.
Yeah. All right.
I've said it
Shall
before.
we?
I love me some beverage Foodie Fridays. Here we go. Bon appetit.
All right.
The green bean.
Ultimate shake.
Let's try it.
That's good.
Oh, that's everything you ever want right there.
That is good.
Woo.
I got like a coffee ice cream. Now,
yeah.
is Gail, can you get coffee ice cream in Maryland, or is that
that's
just
a
a
thing.
New England
Is that not a thing?
I think it's a thing.
No, this is really good. I mean, this is. It tastes like a coffee milkshake.
That's a good way to describe
Probably
it.
with
Yeah.
a lot more caffeine in it than a coffee milkshake would have. I mean, a double shot espresso. Come on.
Join us next week when we'll still be awake.
I mean, luckily it's not super late in the day. It's pretty late for you to have a coffee. This is a typical time for me to have my second coffee of the day.
Yeah, this is about my cutoff.
We're recording these at almost 2 p.m., so this is pretty typical for me, not so for you.
I
So
don't
we'll
drink
see.
coffee after 2.
Do you have anything important tomorrow?
No.
Okay,
No.
so
I
worst
just-
comes to worst.
Just have to walk Charlie.
You're up late, you can sleep in.
That's
So
it.
there we go.
That's it. All right, you want to go first?
Oh yeah, I forgot we were recording Foodie Friday. I thought we were just having a friendly chat, drinking some coffee. I can't think of anything wrong with this that I would do better. This is good.
And you've told me to take all these things into account before I give my vote.
But I also compare it to other things that I've given very high scores, and I sort of rank it among there, and that's when I decide the score. I think I know exactly what I'll give this.
I think I'll stay with mine. What I have in mind.
All right.
All right.
I'm always curious with you, man.
Do you want me to go first again?
Yeah, because it's just funny. You're like, I really enjoyed this. I'm gonna give it a 2. I really enjoyed it. I'm like, what does that mean? Ugh, this tastes disgusting. Probably a 9.5.
The first ranking that came to my head was an 8.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I'm still kind of shocks me a little bit, but I feel like that's a good score.
You thought it would be higher?
A little bit.
Yeah?
A little bit, yeah. Because I'm going to go 9. You're a classic coffee drinker, so I respect your score because I don't think anything's going to touch a classic cup of joe. I think it's a little too, this might be a little too much for you.
I mean, even in the summer, I drink hot coffee. So this is cold, so I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's just different for me.
8's a good score.
Okay.
And I'm going to go 9 because this is good stuff. Everybody check out Green. You said you liked it there, right?
I did.
You picked it up after your dentist. Don't tell your dentist you're drinking this right now.
I know, right?
Yikes. You picked it up after your dentist appointment, though. It's a nice place.
Yeah, it did feel nice. Yeah, there was somebody in there on a laptop doing some work or writing or whatever. It just seems to be that kind of place.
There's a lot of places in downtown that are just really nice.
Yeah.
Really homey. Little cafe vibes.
We'll have to do
Go
a
there. Go there and write a book, Peter.
We'll have to do a cafe tour. I am due to do another one. You're right.
So get going, bud.
All right. And I'll drink these and I'll be awake
The whole
for
time.
days creating.
Open to close. They're like, sir, we want to go home. He's like, hold on. Just 5 more chapters.
One more thought.
Turns out the book is just
Gibberish.
illegible. Is that the word I'm looking for?
I think so.
Can't read it. Illegible? Yeah.
If you have an idea for a future Foodie Friday, I can feel the buzz already. Just let us know. It can be something.
There's no alcohol in this.
No, I meant from the espresso, the caffeine
okay.
buzz.
Just checking.
The
All right.
caffeine buzz.
Gotcha.
It can be something like a local place you want us to try or something you see in the grocery store. Let us know. We just might feature it on a future edition of Foodie Friday. I gave the rest to Trish, and she actually loved it.
Time out. You.
What?
Oh, man. You keep me young, Peter.
What did I do now?
You gave it an 8 and then you gave it away.
Well, look at the. You remember the size of it,
know.
and as you said, I'm not an iced coffee fan.
You needed a kitty cup of it, is what you needed. You needed a kitty cup.
That's what I get when I
You
go.
needed the actual espresso cup, is what you needed, full of this. Yeah.
That's what I order when I go for ice cream now. Is a kitty cup.
Is it really?
Yeah, because I mean, if you order,
That shocks me. I'm proud of you.
I don't know, can you eat a large ice cream? If you go to an ice cream
Probably
place
not.
and they give you like 3 scoops at least, right?
That's the one place where you get what you pay for, I guess, because they are
doubt.
loading that up.
No doubt.
Yeah.
All right, it's time for a story about phones. According to new research, 1 in 3 Americans currently has a crack on their phone screen, which I find high. I would think, I don't know.
What is it?
1 in 3.
That seems about right to me.
Really?
Are we counting screen protectors?
Okay, because you can get a crack on those, but the screen's okay, right?
Right. And I feel like it's really easy to crack screen protectors. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I think you're right. The constant threat of dropping our phones or cracking the screen is leaving many of us with a condition now identified as phone-anxiety.
Oh?
A new study of 2,000 Americans found that over half of those surveyed, 52%, admit they are always worried about the safety of their phone. I wouldn't say always, but in fact,
I would say never actually for you. You put that thing teetering on the top of the couch, that thing slams to the ground, you get yelled at by Trish.
Yeah.
My name's not Trish.
Anyways.
The average American has 6 heart attack moments every week where they start to drop their phone, but they save it just in time. Have you done that?
Yes.
It's like in slow motion, right?
Yes,
It's
but
falling
we've
off
also
the
been
table.
there where you go to save it and you end up Gronk spiking it. For some reason, you're like going to catch it changes to a volleyball spike and you just smack that shit into the ground.
According to the poll, the average American drops their phone on the ground 4 times a week.
Seems a lot. I don't know, though. I'm going to knock on wood just to be case. Just in case. I don't know if I jinx myself.
Over a third of Americans say they actually drop it even more than that, more than 4 times a week.
Diane says 6 by noon.
1 in 3 unlucky Americans have even dropped their phone straight into the toilet. Wait till you... I do have the top 10 unfortunate places Americans say they have dropped their phones. Shall we?
I do want to talk about toilets real quick. Is the water in the this is just my plumbing ignorance. So if you drop your phone in the toilet,
right,
before any business is done,
I think you're okay.
Is that just water?
Yes. But that's my understanding.
Obviously, mentally, I don't think that's just water.
My understanding is it is until you do your business.
It just feels like gross water.
Because
so
of
is
where
your
it
phone
is.
Okay? Did you just drop it? I mean, they're waterproof now. Like, did you just drop it in water and you just move on? I don't know. That's something I've always wondered.
Yeah.
And an easy Google search would tell me that. But it's one of those things where you don't really want to. You'd rather just ask people.
Yeah, right. Right.
Anyways.
All right. Here we go. Top 10 places Americans have dropped their phones. Number 10 is the trash can.
Yeah, I mean, that one really is dependent on what's in the trash can.
Right. If you've got spaghetti,
Ugh, yeah.
If it's just paper, you're okay.
But would you, honestly, I think I'd rather drop my phone in spaghetti than in clean toilet water. That's how I feel. That's why I'm wondering about this toilet water
I
thing.
see. All right. We'll get you an
Keeps
answer.
me up at night.
Number 9, places we dropped our phones in our beer cup.
Ooh. That one's tough because then your phone just smells like beer for a while, I think.
Yeah.
And I just don't think that's, you probably don't want that. You're at work talking to your boss, you get a phone call, he's like, you been drinking?
Is that?
Yeah.
What is that? Number 8 is the dumpster.
That's bad.
That would be gross.
I've never seen a clean dumpster.
Why would you, unless
even if it's empty. It's
you're
dirty.
throwing something in the dumpster and it falls out of your
That's
pocket,
what I'm thinking,
maybe?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Number 7 is the dog's water bowl. Isn't it just water?
Yeah, I mean, depending on how often your dog drinks, that water just gets gross after they take a couple sips. Yeah.
Number 6, people have dropped their phone into a bowl of soup. I could see that happening.
Yeah, of all things, not terrible. I'll take that over the dumpster.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And over the beer, too. It smells like soup.
And definitely over the toilet water.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Number 5 is a pot of rice. Again, I guess
cooking, yeah.
Yeah.
At first, I was like, rice is good, isn't it? That's what you do when you drop it in water.
Right, you put your phone in rice.
Yeah. That's probably, the temperature probably isn't great for that either.
Right. And then the top 4 are kind of all related here. Number 4 is a porta potty, dropping your... And I would think if you drop your phone in a porta potty, just write it off.
Yeah, gone.
Right?
There's a 0% chance I will reach into a porta potty to get a phone. Phones are over $1,000, like brand new now.
Right.
I would rather, I don't know, go into debt.
Then go into a porta potty.
Maybe I get like a grabber, like the thing you have.
Yeah.
It's like
to pick things up.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But can you ever clean that thing can you ever clean that to a point where you feel comfortable putting that up? Phone calls are done at that point. I'm never calling anybody.
Or everything's on speaker.
Yeah, right. No, that's disgusting.
Number 3 is a hospital bathroom. I don't know why it's separated. It's specified hospital bathroom, but
apparently it just makes it that much more disgusting.
Number 2 is a bar bathroom floor. So you go to the bathroom at a bar, you drop your phone on.
It's just another like elevated take a bathroom, make it even more disgusting.
And the number 1 unfortunate place that Americans have dropped their phones, the sewer. I don't know how.
That's another one that's got to be gone, right?
Unless you're working on this, yeah, that's got to be write it off, right? You're not.
Well, no, like you drop it over the little grate.
Oh, goes through the grate. Yeah.
Grate, or like the pavement and it slides.
I'm not going after that
opening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going after that.
I don't know. Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not. That's a lot of gross places.
Anyone else have any?
Well, there's some talk about the toilet water. There's so much bacteria in there is what it is. Gail says the water is just water, but the porcelain could have retained bacteria. All right, so it is.
All right.
So don't go taking a mug.
I need a drink.
Yeah.
No, ain't doing that.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
Abby says, sorry, porta potty should be number 1 gross level. Yeah, that's true. Why is that not number 1?
Sewer
was that a rank? I don't know if that was a ranked list necessarily. I think it was just 10 places.
Yeah,
10
that's
unfortunate
true.
places,
Yeah.
but that would definitely be number
Porta
1.
potty's got to be. How many times is it a hospital bathroom? I mean, a porta potty's got to be above that.
Yeah, hospital bathroom is a weird example.
Isn't it?
Maybe nurses can relate to that.
Okay.
We got any nurses? Would you rank that up there as most disgusting places? Maybe.
And how often does that happen?
Yeah.
Time for the game of the week. And our game this week is Would You Rather? That's where we have 3 questions, and you get to vote for either A or B.
No C.
No
D.
C. No C. Question number 1. Would you rather see through walls or be able to walk through walls?
I do want to say great questions this week. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Not often do I praise you publicly.
No.
Because I try and keep the reputation intact.
Can we make a note that it was on this day? Okay.
That's the last time of the year. You've hit your quota.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And it's only March.
Yeah.
All right. So for me, would you rather see through walls or walk through walls? I think I'd rather walk through walls.
I think so too.
That'd be so convenient. I mean, yes, you're curious about what's happening in the other room, but wouldn't it be so cool just walk? You don't need a door.
See, but the thing is, maybe you're curious, but I think seeing through walls would just hurt you rather than help.
It's creepy.
Creepy. And you probably end up seeing things you don't want to see.
Oh, good point.
So that, I don't see many benefits of seeing through a wall.
The benefits for walking through a wall really outweigh that.
Yeah. I mean, I've never really walked through a door and was like, man, that was annoying, So, there's no C. There's A, B,
A
no
or
C.
B. No,
neither, no both.
Okay.
Add that to the description.
Right.
So I think I'll go through walking through walls. This is probably a question I don't need either one. I think I'd be okay.
Yeah.
I do want to specify that floors were good because safety wise.
Oh, definitely.
As long as I'm solid on a floor.
I don't want to fall.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so
I do think dangerous though, a little walking through walls. Well, what if you walk through a wall and it's elevator shaft, stairwell, And in that case, seeing through the wall would be better. You'd know.
Oh, that's right.
I'm still going through walk through wall though.
All right. So,
but to be honest, I'll go walk through wall. The only time I'll probably ever do it is a party trick. Guys, check this out. You're not going to believe this.
Or if you forgot your key, right? Can't get through the door, so you walk through the wall.
That's a good one. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
That's useful.
Yeah.
Seeing through the wall wouldn't help you there.
Wouldn't at all, would it?
Walk through.
All right. Question number 2. Would you rather control the world for 5 years of your life or for 5 minutes every day of your life?
Crazy to think about, especially with something as vague as control the world.
Would you rather?
So we're just talking everything.
Yep.
Everything.
The weather.
Yeah.
Right.
The
Arguments.
weather. You walk in. I'm getting a raise today. Your boss is like, sure, you control the world. Yeah.
I'm going to vote again. Would you rather control the world for 5 years of your life or for 5 minutes every day of your life? I'm going to go with the 5 minutes.
Me too.
Because if you control the world for 5 years, that's it. In the 6th year, you've got no control.
Yeah. I think either way, you got way too much power. That's kind of crazy. I don't think I want that much power.
Yeah, controlling the world.
But I think right after the 5 years, you probably wouldn't know how to like function. Especially if you abuse this power, you make everything to the way you want it for 5 years.
Big adjustment.
You walk out and you're like, wait a minute, it's raining? The hell is this? Yeah.
I never allowed this before.
I'll go 5 minutes.
Yeah.
What would you do with your 5 minutes? I'm trying to think. Probably if like at a job, probably like get a raise.
Get a raise, win the lottery.
Yeah. Wow. We're very materialistic right now. Probably solve world hunger. World peace.
World hunger. Yeah.
I'm just trying to balance things out right now.
Control the weather. You could
control the weather for 5 minutes. If it's raining and you just gotta, hey, if it's pouring raining outside, you gotta bring the groceries in. You're like, you know what? This is my 5 minutes today. Stop it. You bring the groceries in, you're good to go.
You could control the 9th inning of a baseball game, right?
True.
Couldn't control the whole game.
Now, riddle me this: if I control the world for 5 minutes, I get like a burrito. I'm like, in my 5 minutes, I'm like, burrito right now. Do I need to eat that within the 5 minutes?
I would say
to be honest, that's fully possible. I can do that.
True.
That's no problem.
I would say no.
Do I get to keep the burrito after the 5 minutes?
I would think
so. All right.
Yeah. So
yeah, 5 minutes for sure. I don't see the benefit of the 5 years.
Does anybody like 5 years? No.
Justin said 5 years will institute structure to make the world what I want. All right, this is why Justin should be the one to get the power. Not us. Not us.
Right, because we go with winning the lottery. Yeah.
You went with winning the lottery. Like, just to be clear, I went with like a raise, maybe something like I went with like a small change to maybe help your financial security.
Right.
You went with give me everything.
Life-changing moment.
Yeah. So I think I'm a little bit better than you, but yeah. Anyways, I could see that, but maybe 5 minutes a day, maybe you could put in some serious change as well.
I would think so. Yeah.
Because
build off of yesterday.
I mean, history repeats itself, Mm-hmm. So like if you make the world better in 5 years, it could then, I'm not saying it will, but it could then go back to crap. So maybe 5 minutes a day, you keep chugging away at it for 5 minutes a day. I don't know. I don't know how this works.
Question number 3, would you rather be followed everywhere by someone playing the flute or be surprised daily by someone playing a tuba?
Now, on the surface, you're like, that's random. Matt said these were all good questions. Think about that. That's a great question. What do you pick?
Would you rather be followed everywhere by someone playing the flute or be surprised daily by someone playing a tuba?
I'm going surprised daily by a tuba.
Are you really?
I love music, but you need time off. I don't want a flute all the time. You're trying to watch a movie with your family.
Okay.
There's just this random homeless guy playing a flute in the corner. It's like, bro, just give me 5 minutes. But no, would you rather says everywhere.
I was thinking flute until you just said it. My thinking is
peaceful, more peaceful.
Yeah, I don't want to all of a sudden at some point in my day hear.
Yeah, but at what point does the flute like? I mean, I guess maybe. See, they don't give you enough information.
No,
maybe you could pay him like nighttime. I mean, he's still going to be there. Maybe you can get like a lullaby, something slow,
help you go to sleep.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like, give me what's a good song for the flute man to play? Flute man, flute woman.
Sounds of Silence. I don't. I'm just
sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go tuba though. I don't want it all the time.
Yeah.
I don't want the flute all the time.
I just don't want to be jumping out of my skin when the tuba plays, so I'm leaning towards flute.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, tubas are cool, though, so it startled me, but I'd be like, oh, what's up, buddy? That's right.
All right, that's...
Yeah. No, I'm sorry, I was just rereading the wording. I just need to make sure I was solidifying. I'm going tuba.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get to more of your answers in the post show, okay? Feel Good Friday is coming up, but first, today's random question. If you could only have one dessert for the rest of your life, what would it be?
This question was really hard until I thought of my answer, and then I realized There's only one true answer for this for me.
I think I know what it is. If you could only have one dessert for the rest of your life, what would it be? Oreos? What?
Did you really just say that?
It came to mind.
You thought that was my answer?
Yes.
When's the last time you seen me eat Oreos?
That's true. Well, didn't you? No, you didn't. That's true. I haven't seen you. I'm sorry. What is your answer?
When I say my answer, you're gonna feel like the dumbest person on the planet.
Goldfish?
That's not. That would have been my answer, but that's not a dessert.
Okay.
I don't consider that a dessert.
My answer is I love chocolate mousse.
I thought about that for a second.
Chocolate mousse.
I do love chocolate mousse. I don't know if I could eat that all the time. But one thing I can eat all the time.
Yes.
Trish's chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, you're right. I feel stupid now.
Yeah.
I feel stupid.
I could eat that for the rest of my life. Give me a burrito as the meal and Trish's cookies for dessert. And
You're all set.
That's my life. I'm good to go.
Set.
Yeah.
All right. I feel like a fool.
Yeah. Oreos was your first guess. I enjoy Oreos, but like I probably eat them like once a month.
Compared to when she makes chocolate chip cookies, they maybe last a day.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why she's not allowed to make them that much. Right. But
anyone else favorite desserts? Can we move on?
I just thought like at least say ice cream or something. I would cut you a little slack. You really caught me off guard with Oreos.
You're not, but you like Oreos better than ice cream.
No, I'd say probably evenly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So chocolate mousse for me, Trish's chocolate chip cookies for him.
My name's not Trish.
I was so caught off guard. I meant to hit the button. I forgot. Justin says ice cream. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was a safe bet.
Yeah.
I just feel like ice cream always hits the spot. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Gail says, I think eventually I know that the random tubas. Oh, we're talking tubas. We'll talk tubas in the post show. It's like, what are we talking about? Abby said Auntie's chocolate chip cookies. Yep.
Yeah.
Amen. Let's see.
Getting a reputation.
Gail says, I'm going with chocolate, but I haven't tried Trish's chocolate chip cookies, so it could change. I feel, chocolate's a good guess. I don't know. I don't really crave just chocolate all that much.
Yeah. Didn't you want to do a
peanut butter cups would have been a good one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Didn't you want to do a Foodie Friday with Trish's chocolate? But
that was just
automatic 10, right?
Plus, that's not something new. I've had them a million times.
Right.
That was just an excuse to try and eat them.
Get more cookies.
Yeah, exactly.
It is time for Feel Good Friday. Don't forget, you can always let us know about something in your life you want to celebrate, some good news. Just call our voicemail number at 774-473-9910. Our story this week comes from Spectrum News 1 in Louisville. Julius Wilkerson Jr. and his wife Sandra own the Big City Styles Barber and Nail Salon in Louisville, Kentucky. Julius has been a barber for more than 30 years. He and Sandra have been married for 26 years, and they're now on a mission to help others. Starting in January, Julius and Sandra donated their own shoes to those in need and then started accepting shoe donations of any size and type at their shop in Louisville. The effort has been a huge success as they've been able to donate over 300 pairs of shoes. And remember, this started just in January. So in 3 months, they have donated 300 pairs of shoes.
That's crazy.
They regularly put a table with donated shoes outside the shop, and they post a sign that says, "Need shoes? They're yours."
Unfortunately, they probably don't have any size 23s, if I had to guess.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
Julia says, it's a community service. I love to make people feel good about themselves. His wife, Sandra, agreed, explaining, it always feels good to give back and to help people who might be less fortunate. So good for them.
That's awesome. All right. I like that.
One more story before we wrap up and go to the post show. A woman in Maine is accused of stealing money from a cancer fundraiser, and she blamed her actions on the high cost of coleslaw. Police say 55-year-old Camille Yoder hosted a pulled pork fundraiser. I'd go to that.
Yeah, me too.
It was for a person battling cancer, and she charged $15 a plate for a pulled pork sandwich with coleslaw and a baked potato. Doesn't sound exorbitant to me.
Right.
I mean, yeah.
Sounds good.
More than 90 plates were sold, and $1,380 was raised. But the family of the cancer patient says they never received any money. They contacted Yoder, who eventually agreed to meet with them and hand over only $600. Remember, $1,300 was raised. The family wanted to know where the remaining $780 was, and she told them she needed it to pay for the coleslaw. I could see if she said the pork, but
I was going to say, of all ingredients there, I don't think the coleslaw was the best choice.
the family suspected that she might be lying and contacted police. Yoder was arrested and charged with theft.
Right, but the silver lining here is we now have somebody called the coleslaw culprit, which is great. That's really, we won there.
That had to be the headline. That'll do it for today. Stand by for the post show where we can catch up on some chats and just hang out. If you do have to go, we leave you with a thought for the day. And our thought today is some people want it to happen. Some wish it would happen. Others make it happen. All right, we'll be right back with the post show. By the way, the root canal, thank you for asking, Abby. The root canal went fine on Monday. More fun than any one person should be allowed to have at the dentist. Let me tell you that.
Is anyone supposed to have fun at the dentist? Has anybody had fun at the dentist? I can't think of a single time.
The only thing, the procedure was an hour and 15, which I didn't know going in.
Mm-hmm.
No. You walk in, they tell you, okay, you can expect this. It'll take about an hour, and you go.
Yeah, this guy clearly never had braces.
Oh, is that also?
I mean, it was a long time ago. Take some time though. Yeah.
And
he came home. He was like, I had to hold my mouth open for an hour. I was like, yeah, you never had braces.
The good thing is
granted, I haven't had a root canal, but it's probably less pleasant than braces.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It actually, they told me it would just feel like you're getting a filling, which, it didn't. This side of my mouth was
right.
Asleep for the whole day.
Right.
But the good thing is they put something in your mouth for you to bite down on, so like a spacer, so it keeps your mouth open.
Oh,
so
yeah. Yep.
My mouth didn't get as tired as it probably would have if I didn't have that. But
right.
I said to the assistant when it was over, I said, "What's the most amount of tools that were in my mouth at one given time?" And she looked at me. She said, "Really, only one." I'm like, what? I thought they had like all kinds of stuff.
What they should always do when it comes to I'm talking, let's do this for regular cleanings. The freaking wisdom teeth procedure. I don't remember any of it. Felt like it was done in 5 minutes. That's what we should do.
Knock on wood.
That's probably not safe and medically okay to do every time.
All 4 of you have had those? Or the cat? I'm not sure.
I think Kat did. Kat, are you in the chat still? I don't. Sometimes she doesn't watch the post show. She's missing out. The post show's the best part.
My son Doug, he had his wisdom teeth taken up by the U.S. Navy.
Yeah. Didn't get as nice of treatment you'd probably get outside.
My son always has a thing he says about the Navy, and that is, you get what you pay for.
And you don't pay for it.
They got free health care, but is it the best health care?
Let's see here. Let's talk about the draft. There's just one thing. We were talking Mojo Jojo, and I said I wanted to name my kid. Abby had I think it was Abby. I don't know where it was. She said I should name my kid Joseph, and then Mojo Jojo could be a nickname or something.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I'm trying. Is there something I could? What's a first name? And then the middle name can be Joseph. First name M-O.
Well, there's Mo. I mean, Mo Vaughn, the baseball player.
Yeah,
right?
could
Could
just
name
be
him Mo.
Could just be Mo.
Yeah.
Mojo Jojo. Could be. I'm trying to plan this out.
Mo.
Mojo Jojo. I just love it. I love Mojo Jojo. Let's see. What else we got going here? By the way, I won the draft, but it was close. 60%, 40%. So we'll see what TikTok
Did you? I thought I had a strong draft.
You did. Abby made a good point, though. Biden coming in at 4, people are going to have some comments, both good and bad. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what Yeah, TikTok is interesting. By the way, you see the hearing that's going on about banning TikTok?
Yes. Hey, evidently, Joe Biden wants to ban TikTok.
I don't know who. I don't really care. All I know is the people at the hearing. They just don't sound like they understand like even the simplest forms of technology. Yet, which is
probably not.
It's interesting.
Yeah,
makes for some funny clips.
Yeah.
Which is like literally their point. I saw someone that said the people at the hearing ask questions that they hope that the news will pick up. That's all they look for.
They're looking for a soundbite.
How dumb is that?
Yeah. Oh.
Anyways, I want to find this comment about the Mojo Jojo thing.
I was trying to see what Mo Vaughn's real. Oh, Mo Vaughn's first name is Maurice.
Maurice Joseph Braley. Mojo Jojo Bray. Come on now. Anyways, Diane did say something about Kitty. She said they need to call him Kitty/senior cones. So I think if I'm correct, Diane just called you old. I'm just the messenger here.
I believe we're the same age though. So I mean, she's lumping herself in there.
Yeah, but that still doesn't change the fact that she wants you to have to walk up and go, "I'll take one senior cone, please. I'll take a senior cone of Rocky Road, please." That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Justin did say no clink about the Foodie Friday. There should have been a clink.
There was. Oh, he didn't hear the clink?
I don't know if there was. Now he's got me. I'm going to go back and check. There should have been a clink. If there wasn't, I apologize greatly. Stay tuned for the TikTok. There'll be a clink. If there's not, I'm going to go put it in there.
We're going to fix it.
Yeah, the clink is a staple here. The clink is my favorite when it's things that shouldn't clink. And occasionally there's things that do clink. We have a glass cup, and I still put the clink over it because I want a defined clink.
You want your clink.
Is what I want.
Yeah.
Would you rather? Let's go through some of these and then we'll call it a day.
Okay.
What was the first question? Do you have them pulled up?
I can get them.
Nah, I got them here.
Stand by.
I'm more prepared than you.
Oh.
Would you rather see-through walls or walk-through walls? Justin says walk-through walls, too OP, he says. Walking through or seeing through is too OP. Gil says walk, it would save a lot of steps.
Okay.
Yes. I guess if you're in a room in which the door is far away.
It's like where we are right now. I could walk through that wall,
but then
or
you
I
gotta
could
go
to
that
the
way.
door.
But like, this me pointing isn't really going to help anybody. Maybe. You could walk through this wall, but then you got to walk this way.
True.
The door is this way. So I don't think you're saving any steps.
You end up going that way anyway.
Right.
Well, maybe.
I'm thinking like a gymnasium. If you got to like walk, you got to walk a while to get to a door to then go in a different direction, as opposed to just going in that direction. Save some steps.
Or if you're going outside, instead of walking to the door, you can just go right out the wall.
Abby said just walk through the wall and find out what's on the other side of the wall. Yeah, I did think like we do still need to honor privacy though, so we better be knocking on these walls is what it is.
Oh, okay.
So knock on the wall, then walk
through.
I don't know scientifically how that's going to work because I feel like your hand would just go through the wall.
Wouldn't it?
I don't know.
Huh.
I don't know how the walking through walls things works. Diane says, would you rather? Don't overthink, Matt. Think about it for 2 minutes, then go with that answer. That ain't how. Two things. That ain't how this show works, and that ain't how my brain works. Okay,
Yep.
I'm gonna still think about these questions tonight. Think about whether or not I answered them correctly.
Let it go.
Abby says, do you have the ability to shut off looking through the wall, and do you see like an outline of the wall? Great questions that we don't have answers to, and we'll never know.
No, we don't.
So someone's just got to pick
Yep.
what you think. Abby says your depth perception might be all off. True.
Could be.
And Diane said the overthinking goes for Abby too. As opposed to 5 years or 5 minutes, Gail says of power, of being able to control the world.
Everything.
Gail says 5 minutes every day. Abby says 5 minutes. I don't want all the responsibility. Right. Can you imagine? For 5 years. Imagine all the people coming to you.
I know.
for help with everything.
I didn't think about that.
Like, you probably have someone coming with like a real problem, like maybe a health emergency.
Right.
And you're like, don't worry, I can control the world. Like, I'll take care of this. And then you got your like scumbag nephew. I was trying to pick a family relation that I don't have, so I didn't single anybody out.
Okay.
I then chose one I had. I'll go niece. You have this scumbag niece that comes out of nowhere, and they're like, listen, man, just lost my job. Yeah. Turns out I was drunk when I showed up, but I lost my job. Like, can you maybe fix this? Yeah. Or you got that one person that's like, listen, my coffee pot just broke. I don't have anything for tomorrow. So I don't know. You got like just the range of things that you'll have to deal with.
True.
Let's see. Justin says, after your 5 minutes is up, your opponents can easily defeat you. That's true, but after your 5 years is up, you know?
Yeah. You at least when you've got 5 minutes every day, you're going to have tomorrow.
Going. Yeah.
You can have tomorrow.
Right. Tough. You really got to think about this one.
I guess.
Justin says tuba, as we're talking flute following you around all the time, or tuba occasionally every day. Justin says tuba. Gail says, I love the flute, but I can't take it nonstop. Yeah, because then you end up hating the flute, you know?
True.
At least tuba guy, he shows up and you're like, hey, welcome back.
Again.
What do you got for me today? Yeah.
Yeah, you get it over with. Yeah, that's a good point.
Talking desserts, did we say all the desserts?
I don't. What,
I actually think
ice
I did.
Cream?
Yeah, no, we did get all the desserts. Gil says we're talking teeth again. I was put out when my wisdom teeth were cut out. They hadn't broken through yet. I don't remember it being a problem. Ice cream for days because I couldn't chew. Yeah, what did I have? Mashed potatoes, of course. What else would I have?
Scrambled eggs.
Scrambled eggs, mac and cheese. When you could kind of chew, when you could like start kind of being able to chew.
You know what's really thrown me off this week with the root canal? Because I got a root canal Monday, and then I now need a crown. I have to go back to my other dentist for the crown. But they told me to avoid eating on that side of my mouth. That's the side I eat on, which is probably why I had the tooth problem.
Yeah.
But trying to, and I keep forgetting. You know, it's like last night we had mac and cheese, and I went,
it's a habit.
Don't do that. And it's I don't know, it's like the concentration you have to use while eating. It's not fun.
I will say, on another rant of what doesn't make sense, why can they put a temporary filling, but then but they're not capable? Like, why can't we just make them capable to just do it all right there?
Give you the permanent filling right away?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you got to go somewhere for the root canal, then to another person for the,
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
No. I do know that
And I read you a little slip they give you. They were like, if the temporary filling falls out, let us know. And it's like, well, you could have just fixed it. and then we'd be over all this.
Yeah.
Granted, I don't know the exact science of dentistry.
Right. And
which I like to announce my ignorance in areas.
Okay.
Mainly like the poo water.
We didn't know that.
Yeah. So. But it seems like I'm right about that.
About what?
It's still not clean. It's not 100% clean water.
I learned that today.
Yeah.
I learned that today.
Let's see. Oh, by the way, Abby wants to clarify. See, this is why I wanted to find the chat, but there's so many chats, sometimes it's hard to find. She said, no, name them Mojo Jojo. Call them Joe. And then when people think it's for Joseph, you can tell them the real name is Mojo Jojo. I don't know which one's better. I like them both. I like both scenarios.
True.
I don't want to call him Joe, though. If I'm naming my kid Mojo Jojo, they're getting called Mojo Jojo every single time. There is no nickname. And they won't be allowed to change. They'll be like, listen, Dad, I'm growing up. I want to go by Joe now. Like, well, that's cool. No.
Yeah. How about, are they going to be called that in school?
Yes,
when they're taking
for sure.
attendance?
Yeah.
Okay, Nancy.
It's always like the substitute teacher that has to go down the list and learn.
Joe.
They're like, who did this? Who's the jokester? Yeah. The kid raises his hand. My father is the jokester. All right. Justin wants to get serious again. He says, guys, there's no chance you can implement enough structure in 5 minutes to protect you, whereas 5 years you're impenetrable. Yes. But then 5 years, you're like, I've done my work. Let's see what happens. Which I guess there's some beauty in that.
Yeah.
But it's out of your hands after that. I get it. I get both sides. I don't know how much you could do in 5 minutes.
That happens a lot with Would You Rather. Both sides have very good points.
That'd be a great work day, though, for the 5 minutes every day. 5 minutes, you're in control of the world. The rest, just chill. Just chill. Do what you can for 5 minutes, and then just...
I'm done.
That's it. That's
Done
a
for
wrap.
today.
And you control the world, so I mean...
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Justin says, then you set up the future of the world in 5 years that ensures a world peace. Right. It is true. But there's always people that come along that try and hurt that. So.
Well, think of presidents. You know, a president spends 4 or 8 years designing how they think everything should be.
And then that's a wrap. Well, designing. How much power does the president have?
Yeah. That's a wrap for them. Then the next guy or woman comes in and changes everything.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know. I don't know what the correct is. See, this is what we look for in Would You Rather.
Yes.
Talking about world peace and what would be better. I like it. Anyways, that's going to do it. Thank you, guys.
All right. Tomorrow night, Saturday nights, he'll be appearing at Mikey B's. I got it right.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I always say Matty B. And so he'll be at Mikey B's tomorrow night from 6 till 8. They are on Victoria Street, just off of Cushing Avenue in New Bedford. What else is going on? I'll be blogging Sunday at PeteBraley.com. He does a live stream Wednesday nights on the Hunter Braley YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. Do I have any other housekeeping to do? Thank you, Diane.
You got to dust at home.
I got to dust today, yeah. We've had some construction going on in the house this week, so I've kind of let the dusting go because I knew he was going to raise dust.
Yeah,
you're
loving that excuse, huh? What about the upstairs? What about your bedroom?
I got to do that today.
Yeah. Especially because if you don't dust, you then don't leave the duster in my room so I can dust.
Could go get the duster.
See, but it doesn't come to my mind.
Oh, I see.
Seeing the duster being left in my room reminds me I have to dust.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So dust, please.
Have a great week. Enjoy baseball on Thursday. Those that might still watch it.
Yes.
And we'll see you next Friday, okay? And no matter what, we hope you go out and make it a great day.
Peace.